All right. Hey, we're live now we're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So welcome. And today we're doing a little short master set class based off the Sales Playbook, which is my book I wrote in 2016, 2017 bestseller on Amazon. Also going to launch live here as well on Instagram for people that want to jump in. So we're streaming right now in 4 places: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and now live on Instagram. You guys are welcome to jump in on any platform you like if you want to join, if you want to ask questions. And today I'm going to be bringing you to the book, which is chapter number 10, page 155. The fortune is in the follow-up. If anybody wants to come in and ask questions, feel free. We'll get you right in. But I want to start off by telling you on this chapter, the fortune is in the follow-up. And here's the other thing you want to know is 80% of our sales comes from follow-up. So I want you to understand that number. So let's think, if you talk to 10 people today, you need to understand that 8 out of 10 of those people is going to require some type of follow-up process. All right. So by the way, we are live on Facebook as well, and LinkedIn and YouTube. And on there, you can see my nice background. On Instagram, unfortunately, you probably see that ugly green screen, but hey, it is what it is. But the content is still solid. But what I want you to realize is that 8 out of 10 will come from follow-up. And then the other thing is, out of those 2 that are left over, only one of them is going to do business with you. That's the reality. So one of them probably won't do business with you for whatever reason, and in the other one, it may. So follow-up is critical. And I'm going to share some of the strategies that are here in the book, the Sales Playbook, which, by the way, if anybody wants to get a copy, it's right here. It's my book. You can get yourself an electronic, real ebook copy. Just go to simplesalesbook.com. That's it, simplesalesbook.com. By the way, if anybody on LinkedIn or Instagram wants to come in, I think I can invite you. Let me see if I can invite some people in. You're welcome to come in and ask questions. I see we've got some people. I'm just not 100% sure how to bring people in on Instagram, so I got to get better at this. Let's see if I click on Joe or if I click on Tara. Looks like we got some people. I'm just not sure. Why don't you guys? Maybe you guys can request. Oh, you know what? Here we go. All right, so invite. All right, cool. So I sent out an invite to you guys. You're welcome to come in. So a couple of things I want you to think about with follow-up is, I just want you to understand that the majority of your business, again, is going to come as a result of it. So going into it with that mindset from the get-go is going to create less stress for you, stress for the other person, as well as potential friction. Because if you're really expecting somebody to do business with you right now on the spot, but yet 11% of your business, or I'm sorry, if 80% of your business comes from follow-up, then you're going to be very disappointed, and you're probably going to come off to that other person as very pushy and aggressive, and probably not really listening to them and what their goals are. And by the way, that's why I'm looking back and forth, because I've got a camera here, and I'll have to figure out a better way to do this in the future. And then I've got the camera here for Instagram. What's up, Instagram friends? Anybody's welcome to come in. Some of the things we want to talk about. First off, you want to know you want to make sure you're actually communicating with the right decision maker. Okay, that's first step. Is, do I even have the right person? Okay, so when it comes to follow up, first off, confirming, are you the person that I need to be following up with? Okay, because sometimes you may be talking to somebody, they're just talking to you, man. Maybe they're bored. Maybe you called, you got them on the phone or whatever, and that's not even the right person. So make sure you get the right person. Another thing that you're going to deal with as well is gatekeepers in many cases. So are you communicating with a gatekeeper, somebody that's trying to protect the actual decision maker from you, the salesperson, right? You. And then I don't mean you like in general. I mean just general, like I don't mean specifically you, but like salespeople, right? There's people Like there are people that have gatekeepers, and that's what their job is. Don't let anybody get to the decision maker. So how good are you with those gatekeepers? Right? Are you able to connect with them? Are you able to bring value? Here's a little tip. Write this down. Here's a pro tip. You need to make the gatekeeper feel like an absolute rock star by introducing you. So you need to come off, if you're dealing, like, and this could be the case of like, let's say you're speaking to a wife, let's say in the real estate space, it's a for sale by owner. The husband wants to sell the house himself. The wife doesn't really, she's on the fence, but she's got a stubborn husband. So you talking to her may not lead to anywhere like in the decision, except bringing you to the husband and her feeling really confident in bringing you to the husband, because you're going to help them either get more money or get the job done or achieve their goals or whatever it is. So you got to understand, sometimes you got to figure out how to connect with the gatekeeper and make sure that they believe by them introducing you to the actual decision maker is gonna help them look like a rock star. Ultimately solve their problem, at the same time solves your problem, because now you're talking to the gatekeeper. Another thing in here is the email. Okay, I want you to go for the email. So any call, at the very least, you want to walk away with an email address. The obvious reason why is because now you can add them to some type of a follow-up plan. You can add them to a drip. You can continue to, pour into them. You get them on your email list. So you want to make sure you get the email. The best way I've always seen to get an email address is simply ask for it. And the way to ask is, what's the best email address? Not complicated. If you don't believe me, try it. If you say, what's the best email address, it eliminates the person saying, oh, well, I don't want to get any more spam emails or any of that. Most people, when you ask that question, it's an embedded command, are just going to give you the email address, and that's it. There are still going to be people who say, I don't want to do emails. That's fine. But I promise you, give it a try. If you don't believe me, you're going to see probably 7 out of 10 people will just give you the email address if you ask it that way as more of an embedded command. So you want to get the email address, all right? Again, there's no one approach fits all. Read my book. We have a whole chapter in the book on the DISC assessment. So this is chapter 2 is connect or be disconnected. Talks about how to connect with people based on behavior. So again, when it comes to follow-up, same thing. You want to know, am I speaking with a high D? Is this an I? Is this an S? Is this a C? Do I need to be social with this person? Do I need to just be like, bang, get direct, right to the point with this person? These are the types of things you should be asking yourself in your head as you're going through these conversations, having these conversations with people. So you're tailoring your approach to the person you're talking to. So if you're talking to a high D, you want to be direct. You want to be quick, short. You want to, don't waste a lot of their time. Let them know, here's the intention. Here's what I intend to do. And this is how I can help you. All right. If you're talking to an I, you're going to need to build a little more rapport. You're probably going to want to, you're going to talk to that person about how they're doing, how their day's going, things like that, which you're not going to use when you're talking to a D. A C is going to be more analytical in nature. They're going to probably want more details about what you can do and how you're going to do it and why they should even be talking to you or possibly giving you an email address. So just understand, knowing the different behavioral types is very, very important. Again, I should do one of these sessions on the DISC assessment. If you guys think I should do a session on a DISC assessment, give me a hand raise. And I'm going to do that sometime as well, because I think it's important to understand who we're talking to as well. So that's really important. Here are some tips, right? Come from contribution. I say this throughout the book. When you're calling somebody or you're reaching out to somebody, come from contribution, meaning, hey, I'm here to help. People aren't dumb. They know you're a salesperson, right? When I call someone, I was on stage with Gary Keller and Tony DeSello a bunch of years ago, and Tony had asked me a question. He's like, well, how do you call for sale by owners every single Monday? And what do you say? I'm like, I just say, hey, It's David. Are you ready to get started? I mean, they know, and everybody started laughing, but that's the reality. They know why I'm calling. I'm not being a phony or anything. They know I'm following up every week to see how it's been going and find out if they're ready to get started. And it's that simple. Listen, this is all in here. So come from contribution. I'm calling because I can help you. I'm a problem solver. That's what it's all about. If somebody has a problem, how do I help solve the problem? That's always in my mind. So as I'm listening to people, right, and this is in here as well, as I'm listening, I'm thinking, okay, what problem do they have that I can help solve? I want you to understand that. Write that down right now. What problem can I help somebody solve? When you're starting to think like that, it's going to put you at a different level than most of the salespeople that are calling and just throwing scripts at people. We're not doing that. Leave good voicemails. If somebody doesn't answer, I do want you to leave a voice message. And again, we don't get a ton of callbacks. I get it. But the reality is when you're persistent, like if I check a voicemail and I hear somebody called, like, hey, this is Dave Hill, ABC Realty, give me a call back. Oh, yeah, I'm not interested, right? Then all of a sudden, a few days later, they get a call from me and they're like, oh, man, it's the same guy that left the message. Yeah, he's persistent. People appreciate persistence. So some people will call back by the voicemail, but my experience has been the majority don't, but I still leave a voicemail because it shows persistence and it shows my professionalism. And some people will listen to the voicemail. So if you have a compelling offer, which is also important, having a compelling offer, then it's important to add that to your voicemail. I don't know if you're using a dialer or not, but if follow-up's great. Have a dialer, some type of a system that will make the calls for you. So it keeps you in a rhythm. So you're not just one dialing and then oh God, I'm going to make a call. Then I'm going to go, take a 15-minute break, go have some coffee, go, whatever, go pet the dog. No, I want to stay in the dialer. I want to stay in my session. Supplement emails, direct mail with emails. So what I'm saying here is part of your follow-up plan. A lot of you guys know me from I listed a bunch of condos at this condo association called Envelope Terrace, and what we did over there was we sent postcards every month for 6 months. We had emails. We sent a handwritten note, and then we called. We did a ringless drop initially. And then people called us back, and then we called them, and then we just kept calling. So and the other thing we did was Facebook ads. So these people were seeing us everywhere. So when I talked to somebody, they'd be like, man, we see you everywhere. Like, yeah, we know we do a lot of business in this area. So we did a lot of business in their building. But the other thing we were doing is we were showing up everywhere they were. They would see us on their Facebook. They would get a postcard from us every month. We sent a handwritten note one month. We were calling. We were sending them emails. We were sending updates on the market, everything. We kept showing up, and it's a great, great strategy for follow-up. So don't just call. We want to supplement that with emails, Facebook ads, everything. Timing. Here's another pro tip. A pro tip is understand your timing. So if I call you and I call you at 8 a.m, and I get no answer, then I'm going to notice that. So if I call again the next day at 8, I'm probably not going to call back again at 8, right? Maybe I'll try back around 11 or 12. If I get an answer now, I'm going to note that. So that next time I call, I'm going to note, hey, I spoke with them at 12. So what does that tell me? Now it tells me that whenever I follow up with this person, that's the time I want to call. Here's another pro tip. Listen to voicemail. When somebody's voicemail picks up, and they say on their voicemail, hey, send me a text message, I always take advantage of that opportunity to send a text message, always. So when someone says, I will literally in my text message say, hey, your voicemail said to send you a text, so this is why I'm texting you. So these are some great tips for follow-up. Oh, and then this is another one. The last message, one of my favorites. It's kind of like a takeaway there. The last message. So here's what it sounds like. Hi, this is David. Listen, I've left multiple messages now. I just wanted to leave one last message. This is my last message. Just want to give you one last opportunity to reach out. If I don't hear from you, best of luck. and the numbers, blah, 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 blah. Have a great rest of your day. It's crazy how many people will call back when I leave the last message. It's like this takeaway element. Like, well, hold on a minute. How dare you say you're not going to call me anymore? I'm telling you, I'm not sure 100% why it works. I can just tell you it works. Listen, Sales Playbook. I just gave you some nuggets on here. I hope you enjoyed them. Anybody's welcome to jump in if you guys have any questions. I know we got some people here on Instagram. Looks like we have a few people as well popping in on Facebook Live. But let me see. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see if anybody's interested in popping in on either of these platforms. And if not, you can get a copy of my book by going to simplesalesbook.com. It's only $5. Crap. If you thought you got value out of it, just buy the book, just to buy the book, and then get into our ecosystem, get on our mailing list, right? And then you'll get, we send out other valuable information, emails. I've got a short money membership. There's a link right there, right down there. It says davidhill.link. That's how you can jump into our membership site. Or, for people that want more one-on-one coaching, some people that are willing to make that investment in themselves, use that link. You can schedule a 15-minute call. We can talk about the one-on-one coaching and what that looks like. So it doesn't look like anybody's going to be popping in. So I just want to thank you for being here. I hope this was useful for you. I hope you took some serious, good follow-up notes and tips. And if you need anything from me, that link is the best way to do it. Or send me a direct message, and I'm happy to connect with you and see what I can do to bring value to you and your business. And I appreciate your time. I'm going to shut down the Instagram now. So let me shut that down first. All right. Awesome. We'll leave that up there. So save that. Okay, great. And now you guys, appreciate you all being here as well on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I'm going to make sure this video is live and posted on YouTube for anybody that's interested, and also all the other platforms. And again, check out my book, Sales Playbook. And you can get a copy at simplesalesbook.com. If you have any interest, appreciate you being here. Thank you. And if you need anything, let me know. Send me a message. You rock.